How are you doing, everyone? Paul Wilson, CEO of the Hwan-Sung Group, coming at you for the 7th of August. Hope you've had a nice day. What's up with this Indian weather, this Indian climate? It's still going on. It's the 7th of August and it's still 30 degrees outside. Jeez, are you having a good time outside? Well, I'm lucky that most of my classes are online. Okay, as you know, with Hwan-Sung, we are predominantly a BDMN, untact online English, corporate English business service, which is my cash cow currently for the Hwan-Sung Group. And we are going to expand into Hwan-Sung Headhunting, which is a search firm for recruitment, Hwan-Sung Gumyong, which is finance, and Hwan-Sung Budongsan, which is real estate in the next 5 years. Join me on my journey for that. Hwan-Sung, just a reminder, means transfer. We're always transferring between transport companies, countries, assets, knowledge, insight, and intuition. And I actually have my name registered with the National Tax Office, which gives me free advertising every day on the public transport. Okay, it's millions and millions and millions of signage that is displayed saying Hwan-Sung. It's also it's also blurted out on the ticketing machines. And so yeah, I enjoy the potential growth of my company that's going to explode once I get my website built, and then branch out into those different business channels there, okay? Also that this is also one take. There's going to be some errors, okay? There's going to be some stuff ups there, but this is all one take. This is no script. This is all raw, okay? I do like to research my own articles and give you a bit of my spicy opinion on top, just to stimulate discussion, to keep up to date. Monday to Friday, same time, same place, same channel, Hwan-Sung News, okay? As a subsidiary of the Hwan-Sung Group. Let's get started with the first one, guys. Okay, so this first one here is: how content are expats in Korea? 8 in 10 are satisfied here. What are they satisfied with about? Well, it's kind of gone into about their living standards here. Most of them, I guess, are saying like the public transport was was very good over here, and the food is great, okay, and in general Korean people are very friendly, but 20% have experienced discrimination. Now, what I don't understand is like foreigners who have been here for say more than 2 or 3 years. I might have come over here as an English teacher, which I used to be predominantly of my career, with working with Hagwons and stuff, but they don't make an effort to study the Korean language or integrate within the culture. I mean, if you're going to be here, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. I mean, you've been given so much preferential treatment, and to make your life as comfortable as possible from your sponsor, even though you might not be getting a good wage because the wage has been stagnant in the Hagwon industry for the last 20 years. It's still 220만 won plus an office towel and 사대보험. Okay, that comes out to about 300만 won for a new recruit out of university. And a lot of veteran instructors do complain that they've been given a hard time because they're not getting recognized for their experience there. But I mean, if you want to be really experienced there, you should be looking to up your game. I've seen too many instructors who are just believe that just because they're a foreigner and they can speak English and they have a 4-year degree that they're entitled, based on the length of their duration in Korea, to have more money there. Everything is competitive. Everything is competitive there. A new recruit could be better than you, just like that. Okay, so if you are one of those foreigners that does complain about life in Korea, if it doesn't suit you, just go back. Just go back. I mean, I struggled, with my life in Korea for 15 years. I worked hard to where I would get, and I'm going to go further as much as I can, okay? Because I work for it. I work hard every day, 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. running my business. And you'll see that, if you want to get ahead, there's no other choice, but you just got to work hard there, okay? All right, now this next one here, fearing rampages here, okay? South Koreans turn to self-defense. And you can see here there's a girl using a hand phone as a defense as a defense weapon against a potential attacker. Yes, for the last 2 months we had a lot of random stabbings in Korea. It was driving a lot of fear in the public. A lot of tension was going on. So it was a very, very dangerous time for the public, and so now self-defense classes have really boomed. You can actually probably go enroll in some free or very, very heavily subsidized self-defense classes that are available at the local community centers there. I'm just going to show you an example of one of the YouTube shorts that show what to do in a potential attack situation. Okay, so let's have a look at this here. All right. So you see the attacker has a knife behind their back. They'll instinctively grab the collar of your shirt, plunge, jab. They don't want you to escape. And they'll start beginning with the stabbings. Look at this. Just full on. Once they got that momentum and they've got you trapped, they're holding you, it's very, very hard to escape. Put your guards up. block the initial attack, subdue them, the grappling, and put them to the ground. Okay, good knee to the chest, knee to the face. Maybe give them a stomp on the head for a goodbye. Merry Christmas. And he's taken down. So please do research that kind of things, guys. It's very important, you know, to make sure you are aware of how to defend yourselves in those kind of attacks, all right? Because anything can become a weapon. If you've seen a Jason Bourne movie, anything can become a weapon. A magazine rolled up into a roll, okay? It's got such a weight and density that it can be used to inflict a great damage there, okay? Chopsticks, metal chopsticks in Korea. You could use a chopstick to inflict damage on someone there. A spoon can be used as a weapon there. Anything can become a weapon, so yes, make do what you can in those kind of emergency situations. Most of the time it'll just be a cell phone, but a cell phone is hard, and you can put some good protection on yourself using a cell phone there. Okay, now this next one, guys, is banks are tempting Koreans with high-interest payday loans. Now, this kind of concept's been around in overseas for a while, okay? Now, basically, it's a short-term loan based on your salary, and you're getting charged about 15% interest there. So, I mean, it's sad that a lot of people in their 20s are relying on this system because they're falling short of the funds. But as I've mentioned countless times on this channel, it comes down to your spending priority, your preferences. You have to, I mean, if you want to live a champagne lifestyle on a ramyeon budget, that's impossible. It's unsustainable there. So you really need to think hard. Okay, are you going to save money by being more thrifty and more frugal with your spending habits, or are you going to go out and be proactive and try to earn more income, okay, by doing a side job, by doing a second job, maybe delivery, okay, or maybe like doing like online surveys, those kind of things there, maybe setting up yourself for like clinical research trials there. It's one or the other. There's no other solution. Save money and be frugal, or get more money. There's no other solution there. Don't rely on your parents, okay? Don't rely on credit. Don't rely on this payday loan to try and get you ahead and working. All you're doing is living paycheck to paycheck. You're a slave if you do that, okay? Very, very difficult life. Very depressing, and you're stuck in a debt cycle, yeah? So please do not rely on these payday loans if possible, okay? Save a little by little. Make hay while the rain shines. Okay, so make hay while the sun shines. All right, and you should be able to, build up a cushion. At least you should be having at least 3 to 6 months of wages saved. Okay, as a cushion, just in case the unfortunate happens. You might have a huge medical expense in Korea. You might be in a car accident. You might need to fly back to your home country or something there. But please, you need to have this emergency fund ready there. Okay, now guys, this next one here, Koreans increasingly embrace cashless society. Okay, so yes, we're using more and more cashless society. I think China's the best at this at the moment there. But yeah, I mean, we're getting by with using handphones there. But I mean, this is all good and fancy and stuff and very convenient. But what happens if you've got no battery on your phone? Or you lost your cards or something there. If you're relying on Samsung Pay or Apple Pay and your phone's got no battery there, it's going to be very, very hard to make a transaction. So I do recommend carrying at least a 5만 원짜리, okay, a 50,000 won note in your handphone cover as an emergency to get you around. Okay, I personally do rely on my cards. I like to keep a record of what I'm spending. Okay, even if it's for like 300won. Okay, a 60-cent photocopy at FedEx Kinko's there. I'll do that by card because I don't care if that person is a part-time worker there. They're not the owner. If it was my friend's business, I'll pay cash because I want them to have some tax incentive. All right. But if it's like any other company there where it's just a part-time worker there, I'll use my card. No shame about it. 300won card. Yeah, that's me. No problem. Keep a record of it there. Keep everything budgeted and ready there. But yes, please do keep a 50,000 won note in your pocket or in your briefcase or in your diary or in your phone, because you will need it someday. If you need it for emergency travel, accommodation, okay, if you need it for if your phone has got a dead of battery, what are you going to do? You can't just run home. Okay, so yeah, cash society is all good, but do keep some emergency cash around. Okay, now this last one, guys, is Lotte Mart is to create a special shopping zone for foreign travelers. Okay, and what this is, the idea of this is at Seoul Station, there is actually a Lotte Mart, and they've dedicated a whole aisle to hot items that foreigners like to buy in Korea, all in one spot. You can get the ramyeon, you can get the Korean jelly, you can get the dried squid, you can get the anchovies, you can get the dried laver seaweed, all in one spot there. So this is very, very nice. What they've also done is installed carrier storage compartments there, so you can put your luggage. All right, if you're traveling from the airport or going to the airport and you need to bring your carrier with you, so you can lock that up nice and secure. Get your shopping done, pack your suitcase, and then off to the airport or off to your Airbnb when you're coming into Korea. So I think not just for foreigners, but this is a good idea for Koreans if they're looking to go overseas and buy presents for their friends overseas and stuff. So yeah, check it out. Seoul Station, also Lotte in Jamsil's got this one here. Okay, we've got this Gimpo in Western Seoul, Lotte World in Southern Seoul, as well as Resort Jeju there. Okay, so they're going to be expanding those ones there, and they also have an ATM that can transfer, they can exchange foreign currency. So that's another idea as well. Okay, to get make it more convenient for travelers there. So yes, be part of the Hallyu craze. Okay, buying your Shinramen and all those kind of things. You don't need to go to Emart and travel the aisles and get stuck behind the Ajumma who's complaining about her why she didn't get a discount on with her Emart card. Okay, just go to Lotte Mart and get your shopping done all in one spot there. Bang, one-stop shop. All good. Okay, great guys. That's been Paul. Okay, one more upload tomorrow coming up. Okay, Paul Wilson, CEO of the Hwan Sung Group. We're always transferring between transport companies, countries, assets, knowledge, insight, and intuition. Okay, may I remind you, this is all as one take. This is all fresh. This is all no scripted. This is raw. Getting the hot contents to you with my spicy opinion sprinkled all over the top, just like a Maya Kimbap at Gwangjang Shijang. All right. I'm not interested in fancy editing and doing all this kind of thing. It's not worth the ROI and for the time spent. I just want to build up a library of free content that's going to help me market and expand my business in the future, based on the free access that they can get. Feel free to pass this to your friends. I've had a question for some people there. Can I share your link with some of my friends? No problem. More than welcome. Again, the followers and the views are not important. I just want to build up this library of contents to expand my business service in the future there. Welcome to the Hwan Sung Group. Okay, join me on my journey. Okay, from humble beginnings in this room. If you've got a Bororo and some kids' toys in the background, this is my office. This is where I sleep. This is where I take a shower. This is where my kids play and have their toys stored. Okay, but things are improving. Things are improving. I'm very excited for next year. I've got big news coming up in February. Very major life improvement going on. But I'll bring it to you later on, and you're probably going to see some changes on the channel around that time as well. Okay, guys, whatever you do, okay, live life to the fullest. Okay, make it the way you want. Time is short. Okay, especially once you when you're at 30 years old, your life goes by at 30 kilometers an hour. 40 years old, 40 kilometers an hour. 50 years old, 50 kilometers an hour. 60, 70, 80 kilometers an hour. Life gets faster as you get older, okay? And you can't turn back the time. You've got to live every day the best you can, all right? If you want to be a financially independent, retire early, it's totally possible, but you've got to make the sacrifice. You've got to realize and prioritize what is important in your life. Do you really need that handbag? Do you really need that overseas vacation? Do you really need to change your car this year? Okay, things can be put off and set aside for the future, especially if you're looking at making investment decisions. And I'm going to bring those kind of topics to you with the Hwan Sung Gumyung as well. Okay, there's some financial advice and investment tips and strategies. You should be getting income that works for you when you sleep. You should be earning money when you sleep. That's the ultimate goal. That's the ultimate goal to financial freedom there. Those were our people today. That's Hwan Sung Tonight.